2022 March Cheesesteak Madness first round action in the Philadelphia region. Gilben's Bakery and Specialty Sandwiches versus the Rook. Gilben's Bakery and Specialty Sandwiches, Stenton Avenue, Philadelphia, PA. Gilben's uses a homemade garlic bread. The Rook Manayunk, Cresson Street in Manayunk. Indoor-outdoor seating. I think this is a great date. Indoor, I need to get out of the doghouse. Cheesesteak.
We have returning judges. Don to put this all together. His number one find, Siggy.
And Milton.
And a much more engaged Milton tonight. And making sure no one gets out of hand. Hit Dom's wife.
Straight with the Gilben first. Okay. I actually did like the flavor of the roll to begin with, actually. It was super sweet, actually. Good flavor. The only thing that brought it down a lot on the grade for me was the texture of the roll. That's actually brought it heavily down.
You like that garlic? You like that? It was so garlicky. It tastes like I thought it was.
But it was there.
It was like Texas toast on like thin white bread.
I don't know what Texas was that.
This was like that because they took the roll and they sliced like the crust off of it, and then they kind of like
100%
fried it a bit like that, and that like they made the roll have no body at all. Like the one thing I did, the cheese was good though. It was a homemade cheese sauce, and I generally like homemade cheese sauces better than just plain cheese on there, and that was pretty decent.
Gilben's is definitely one of those places you have to get it because
I think if you kind of get it really, if you get it like really fresh like that, it might get a little bit higher taste in it. But then the meats, like we're so minced, so fine, chop. I do like a little bit slices in most of my meats. But
cool because I never had either of these cheesesteaks, and the Rook's in my neighborhood, so that's great. I'm gonna go back there again because I really like this. The bread was decent. It did sit a little bit, so it was kind of soggier. I would like to taste it fresh. The meat was great. It was seasoned really well. It was chopped a little more than I normally like, but it was still like in the passable zone for me. Cheese was probably my favorite part of this. They used Cooper Sharp, and that was really good. As far as like the extras, there was no extra frills about it, so it was kind of just everything. The meat and cheese were good, the bread was good, but that was kind of it. So overall, I'd say it was very surprising, and I liked it.
I have a very differing opinion on this. I thought this is one of the best cheesesteaks I think I've ever had. I thought it was amazing. The roll was spectacular. It was flaky and buttery and garlicky, but not that overwhelming sweet garlic. That was perfect. It was nice and flaky and buttery. It tasted like they crisped it a little bit. That's always great, and it was seeded, and I love seeded rolls. I was very heavily seeded. The Cooper Sharp, I will always. Cooper Sharp is the key to my heart. It tugs on my heartstrings. I thought they seasoned it really well. They put a lot of seasoning on top of the sandwich even after it was cooked. I thought they did a really good job with this. So, everybody listening, go to Rook and buy a cheesesteak. It's really good.
I'm gonna go back and get another one. It's not my favorite, but it's good.
the Rook,
The Rook.
The Rook. Definitely the Rook.
The Rook, 100%, man. Chess